against you. So I would think that the typical, let's say, mortgage company or the bank, they're using, FICO 8, FICO 9. They're using the latest and the greatest when it comes to it, and they're not using FICO 3, 4, 5, and whatnot. So that means if you do pay your collection and it shows zero, even if it stays on your credit report, then it's no longer going to count against you in your score. So you heard me right. So if you got a collection and you will go ahead and pay it, as long as somebody's pulling your credit report from FICO 8, FICO 9, then it shouldn't be counted against you. Now, if you're getting your credit pulled and they're pulling it from the FICO 4, then a whole bunch of things go on with FICO 4. FICO 4 was so long ago, they don't take into consideration the medical thing. You might still have tax liens and what else on that, and judgments on your credit report if somebody was to pull a FICO 4 for you. So the newer credit models, according to Experian and this young lady who wrote this article, when you have a collection and that collection gets to coming off your credit report, it does not affect your score anymore. It's going to happen when you paid it down to zero, no matter if it comes off or not. Now, you want it to come off because, like I said, everybody's not using the most up to date. And who knows if anything would change in regards to this, or who knows if she's even correct. We're going to assume that she's correct. But you wanted to come off your credit report because I tell you what's going to happen or what will happen. You got mortgage companies and stuff that are used to seeing that. They're used to it impacting your credit score. And then when they know that it no longer impacts your credit score, then they're going to ask you 1,000,001 questions about why in the world did you do this? Now, if it's already paid, who cares what happened? Who cares why? And who cares? I don't care if you broke your leg. I don't care if you just decided I don't like these people and I don't want to pay. I don't care if you're just a person that never pays their bills and now you've decided, hey, I need to pay my bills from now on. But they're going to be asking a whole host of questions and you got to fill out a bunch of affidavits and write letters and all that kind of stuff. So it's better for it to come off your credit report. So anytime you talk to a creditor, a collection agency, or if you're going through the credit bureau and using a dispute system, you want to be asking for it to be removed from your credit report point blank. You just want to make it nice and pristine and pretty and look like it never happened. You want to make sure that you do it like that. All right. So look, let's jump into, you know what, before I jump into something else, let me give some more shout outs. Now, I got a bunch of shout outs this week because I missed last week. So I got to shout out Jimmy McMillan. He celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Brandon Nicholson celebrated a birthday on the 18th of this month, so a couple of days ago. Happy birthday to you, Brandon. Sharon Donaldson celebrated a birthday on Thursday, I believe it was. So happy birthday to you, Sharon Donaldson. Paul Downing celebrated a birthday. You guys know Paul Downing of State Farm. He celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday to you, Paul Downing. Tamika Bryant celebrated a birthday. An old classmate of mine from high school celebrated a birthday. So happy birthday to you, Tamika. To China Barrett celebrated her birthday. She's living her best life for sure. So I want to say happy birthday to you, to China Barrett as well. All right, so I still got more shout outs, but we're going to do this. We're going to do the question of the day. So the question of the day actually came from Kim. Kim is out of the great state of Illinois, and I think Kim contacted me on, I think it was Instagram. I think it was Instagram. So you can contact me and follow me on Instagram, 800 Credit Score Man. So you can do it there. You can follow me on Facebook, 800 Credit Score Man. Get to my group that talks about all about credit all the time. Get to my group. It's the Credit Score Comeback. Get to that group and join that group as well. And then you can follow me on Twitter, Credit Score _ Man on Twitter. That's Credit Score _ Man on Twitter. Contact me there. So Kim out of Illinois. So Kim was asking about her student loans and what would happen with her student loans. So here's the scenario, more so than the question. Here's the scenario. So Kim has student loans, of which she is currently behind or have been behind in the past, and so she's trying to get that rectified and get it back up to date. Now, student loans, you can't file bankruptcy on student loans. It's just so much that goes on with student loans that you need to just go ahead and make sure that you pay them. I want to tell you that. Personally, I ran like a long time from Sally Mae. I ran a long time, I think 5 years before I made my first payment after graduating from school for graduating from school. And yes, absolutely, it impacted my score tremendously. I mean, I had a 585 at one point in time. So make sure that you keep up with your student loans. And of anybody that I've ever come in contact with, company wise, government wise, whatever, they are the most understanding when it comes to making a payment or having to make payment arrangements and whatnot. They're really understanding. I understand they have their different, different times. You're like, oh man, this payment is way too high. They won't lower it for me, that kind of thing. But they are of, most places, they are pretty good at, making arrangements for you and trying to help you out in that regard. So make sure you contact them if you have an issue, at all with your student loans. So anyway, so Kim was trying to see what she needs to do. So my suggestion always when it comes to, and it just so happens to be, my suggestion when it comes to your student loans is give them a ring. Like seriously, give them a call. I don't care if it's with Navient or whoever else out there, Direct or whoever it is. As long as it's federal, please give them a call. Just call them up. Tell them what your situation is. I don't care what it is. You may make a lot of money, but you have a lot of money that go out because of wherever you live, or you just have a lot of debt. Let them know what's going on with you, because they want to get something from you in the first place. They want to get something from you, and they typically try to help you out. So you got to give them a call. Talk to them. There's a program right now that's kind of going on. I don't know what the name of it is, but if you have been late in the past, then they'll give you like this trial period where you pay a few bucks a month. It's usually for like 9 months or so. You pay that money for 9 months, and it's literally a few bucks. You pay that for 9 months in a row, show that you can actually pay on time and whatnot. And then at the end of that, then they'll look at what you have, and they'll, might be income based on what your new payment will be, and you start off fresh and anew. So that's what you want to do. I have several clients that have done that. It has been very, very successful for that. I'm going to warn you, do not miss one of those payments though. You got this 9 months, you're going to make this payment, and it's going to be very, very small payment that you're going to make. Make sure you make it every month and on time. If you miss one of those, you totally screw yourself. Like, you can't go back to where you want it to be. Your credit is hit yet again. It's going to be hit. So make sure that you make that small payment when you do that. So that's what you need to do. And this is kind of what I told Kim. And actually, instead of going back and forth with her on Instagram or having her email me and whatnot, what I did was talk to her. Gave her my number, said, hey, call me. Let's talk about it. So we talked all about this. And so I think she has it down. I believe she should have already contacted them, or she'll be contacting them this week and seeing how it's goes. So Kim, if you're listening from Illinois, thank you first of all for contacting me, and give me a ring back when you hear back from the student loan people, and let me know how it went. Let me see if this helped you or not. Maybe you can give me some more tips so I can help other people as well when it comes to these student loans, because they are a beast and they will take you down. Trust and believe me. So make sure you get on top of your student loans, people. All right, Kim, you are officially a part of the 800 Credit Score Man Show family. Thank you so very much. You guys can send me an email if you got questions. You might end up on the show. 800@creditscoreman.com. 800@creditscoreman.com. Or contact me on any of those social media platforms. Contact me there. And look, this is what I want you guys to do too. I have on my website, which is www.creditscoreman.com. On my website, there is a free 5-day credit challenge. And so it's been up for a little bit. I mean, it's been up for more than a year, I would say. So I'm going to encourage you, go and take the 5-day credit score challenge. It's free. You get an email once every day for 5 days, and you'll have basically some information that should help you out, help you learn a little bit about credit. And then you're going to have a homework assignment. So I think the first couple of days is pretty simple. It's pretty simple homework. Won't take you more than 15 minutes at all to do it. So I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and do that. It's the free 5-day credit challenge. So make sure you go to my website, www.creditscoreman.com, because I'm not sure how long that's going to be up there. I'm really thinking about taking it down. I threatened to take it down a little while ago, and I didn't, but I got something else that I want to put in its place. So go check out the free credit score challenge on www.creditscoreman.com. Make sure you do that. All right, so let me get back into a little bit of something else for you guys before we get out of here today. And so, with me having it's the wifey's birthday weekend, I got a lot of stuff going on. My kid Cameron is playing in 2 soccer games every Saturday. Just kind of killing me, y'all. Just to be honest, every Saturday, 2 games is killing me. We got soccer Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all day on Saturday. So it's really killing me. So I got to get out of here. So look, I want to give y'all a couple of things before we go. If I were to talk to you and you were my client and you had, let's say, not very much credit. You had a little credit. So a lot of people think if you don't have a lot of credit that you ought to have a great credit score. That's not the case. That's not the case. Having no credit or very little credit, or sometimes what they call a thin credit file, if you have one of those, then you might as well not have any credit at all. You're going to have a low score. Somebody with some not so good credit but have used it a while may have a better score than you. So don't shy away from credit. You've got to use some of it. So for those people out there that are a little shy, their credit file is a little thin, one thing you need to do, and if you don't have a credit card, is get a credit card. Now, if your score is so low that you can't get a regular credit card, the first thing you do then is get a secured card. Pay $200. Get a card that is refundable. So, and here's how that happens. So you give a credit card company $200. That's your limit. You get to use that limit, much as you want, little as you want, or what have you. After doing well with it for so long, then it's refundable. So use one of those, not one of the ones that don't give you money back. It's refundable. Get that money back. You'll get that $200 back. So those of you are thinking, I don't want to get that money away and it's going to be sitting there forever, like it's stuck on an app somewhere or whatever. That's not the case. So you couldn't get that money if you use one of those places. Get that money back. So get yourself a secured card. Now, after that, after getting you a secured card, hit your credit report for a few months. The second easiest, if you're applying on your own, place to get a card is one of those store cards. So go to a big box store and get you a credit card. Go to Walmart, get your credit card. Get you a Target card. Now, know thyself. You've heard me say that I don't know how many times, but you got to know thyself. If you're going to get in trouble by getting a Walmart credit card, and you're going to go in there and you're going to be charging a pack of gum, and when they got bread on sale for $1, you're going to buy 12 loaves of bread, and you don't need 12 loaves of bread, then stay away. Stay away. Stay away from that store. Then go get you a card at a store that you hardly ever go to. Go get you a card from a store that's not readily available in your particular area, whatever it is. Like if you have a Lord & Taylor, if they're still around, or you have Lord & Taylor, but it's only one Lord & Taylor in your whole area and it's 30 miles away, get a card from Lord & Taylor if you have an issue with impulse control and buying things on a credit card. So then you do that. But go get you a store card. It's going to be one of the simplest and easiest things to do. You have those 2 things pop on your credit report. Applying for everything at one time is not good for you. So that's detrimental to your score. So you don't want to go out and you don't want to get, the secure card and the store card and something else all at the same time. So I said, wait a couple of months, 3 months or so, and then go out and get yourself a store card. In the meantime, while you're looking and thinking about what store card am I going to get, find somebody to put you on their credit as an authorized user. Put them on your credit card. That's my favorite thing to do. Put them on that card as an authorized user. It's going to help you tremendously if they have a very good payment history. And then it even helps you more if they have a low balance and a high limit. Low balance, high limit, and is 7, 8, 10 years old. Man, it's going to help you tremendously. Not only will you have that card, which is not going to hurt your length of history, it's going to help it. Then you got your secured card and you got your bank card. Now you have 3 lines of credit, at least, bare minimum, that you have on your credit report. If you have less than 6 lines of credit, then your credit profile is pretty thin. So this is why some younger people that are just getting into the whole credit thing, you're 21, 22, don't have high credit scores often, is because they have a thin credit file. So you need to beef up your credit file a little bit. You need to put it on steroids and have some things.